Welcome back to The Good, the Bad and the Beast. Today's guest is a true British hero, a Royal Marine Commando, and the first triple amputee from the Afghanistan conflict. He is one of the most inspiring human beings I have ever met. Welcome to the podcast, Mark Ormrod. How are you, brother?
I'm great, mate. How are you?
I'm very good, mate. How are you doing?
I feel all right. It's the summer holidays. I've got my boy Mason with me, taking him around the country, doing what I do on a pretty regular basis, just trying to keep him entertained and show him a bit of what Dad does, because I'm sure, like you, we're here, there and everywhere all over the world and doing our thing, and it's always lovely when you can bring him with you, but it's not always possible. So
yeah, school gets in the way, eh, Mason?
Yeah. So
that's. I mean, look, I see you online, and you are just busy all the time. There's like you're somewhere different almost every single day of the week.
Yes. Yeah.
What's that doing, man? Like, you keep yourself so active. Is it all for the charity, or is it work? How do you fill those days?
So I do a lot of different things. And when people ask me, post-military, as a civilian, what I do for a living, I don't really know what to tell them. So I just kind of, and I always get imposter syndrome when I say this, I just put it all under the banner of entrepreneur, because my main source of income is as and I hate this term as well, motivational speaker. So I travel around the world, sharing my story with corporates, organizations, schools, whatever it is, whoever wants to listen. And that's the main way I earn an income. But then things splinter off of that. So I've got a couple of books in production right now. I'm also the director and the chief exec of a new company me and some friends started in January, a veteran ran and owned company delivering leadership consultancy and virtual mentoring. So, starting a company, as I'm sure you're aware, is a very busy time. So we're doing that. And then you mentioned charity, lots of work with many different military charities, mainly Reorg, which uses
I'm familiar with that.
fitness and Brazilian jiu-jitsu to help rehabilitate people. So there's a million different things all the time. And as we said, it can be very, very tiring, but it's also, what's the word? I'm very, very grateful for it, because I get to travel a lot, meet a lot of people, see a lot of cool things, and do a lot of cool things.
It looks cool. It looks really cool from the outside, man. Looks like you're having a blast.
Yes, I am. We are.
Good.
We are.
Good. Let's get stuck into the piece of the beast segment. So I always ask my guests to bring in an artifact or a picture of something that means a lot to them.
Okay.
Have you brought that picture or artifact or something with you?
I did bring a picture. The reason I didn't bring an artifact is because I no longer have it, and it's a bit cumbersome. So it is a picture of me.
Is it your wife?
That's my wife, Becky.
Is she the thing that's a bit cumbersome? Or?
No, she is not. Don't listen to him, Becky. You're lovely. It's the wheelchair.
It's the wheelchair, okay.
In the picture. And the reason behind that image and why I chose it is, and I'm sure we'll get into this a bit later, but after I was injured in Afghanistan, and I spent 6 weeks in hospital initially, in intensive care and what's called the bones and plastics ward recovering. 3 weeks into my recovery, the UK's leading amputation specialist told me, because I had lost both my legs above the knee and my dominant arm above the elbow, that I had zero chance of living life outside of a wheelchair.
Right.
And that picture is me the last day that I ever used a wheelchair before I flew out to America to undergo an intense boot camp. And I gave the chair away, so I no longer have it. And that was the day I flew out, was the 9th of June, 2009. So I haven't used a wheelchair since.
Wow. So this wheelchair depicts basically your willpower to be like, F you life.
Yeah, exactly.
you're not going to restrict me to this chair. I am going to make my way, learn how to walk on prosthetics and live as normal life as possible.
Absolutely. And restrict is the perfect word. And today, I walk around all the time on prosthetics, and just that habit, I look at situations and scenarios and imagine how difficult they would be in a wheelchair. And like coming to the studio, right? Yeah. You get in that front door, you've got a footstep to get in here, and then like 15 quite steep stairs to get up here. I couldn't do that in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
I'd never. It's impossible.
Yeah, the guys said to me, does he need help getting up here? I said, trust me, I think he'll be okay. He's quite an active guy. Like, the stuff you do is amazing.
But in that chair, no chance.
So for those listening in, it's a picture of Mark in his wheelchair. You look very young here, I guess 2009. So a couple of years after your incident.
I was 26 maybe?
26?
No, 25.
25. What are you now?
I am 42 tomorrow.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
God, it goes fast, doesn't it? So,
I know.
So, so how many years ago is that? It's like
well, you're 13,
16
Mason,
years ago?
and he wasn't born, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 16 years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those listening, it's Mark's in a wheelchair. He's 25. He's got his wife latched around his arms. And you both look happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she was just laughing at my shitty haircut. In that picture, like
Which you couldn't really do much about.
No. But yeah, it was because, like I said, I was just about to go out on this, let's call it an adventure, take this huge risk, but we both knew the payoff was going to be massive. If I could get through this 3 weeks, which physically and mentally was absolutely brutal, but if I could get through that, then I knew that the rest of my life was going to be a whole lot better than it was, or would have been, if I was restricted to that wheelchair. So I think it was kind of like a nervous anticipation of what was to come.
Well, geez, man, I can't envision that. I mean, like, it's like when you get a new, like a new mouth guard, you know, in fighting, and you put it in and it's super uncomfortable, and everyone just wants to take it out, but you have to persevere and sort of get through that uncomfy bit to get used to it.
Right.
But that's a bit of a shit example compared to losing three limbs, but that is just for those listening in, that's a great example of like getting through that hard transition period.
But it's funny you say that, because when I first put the prosthetics on, that is exactly how it felt. Like I just wanted to rip them off. They felt uncomfortable. It was like this foreign thing on my body. I didn't want it. And, you know, you had all these straps on, and you got sweaty and clammy, and it's just horrible. And, you know, when you're missing both your legs above the knee, it takes you between 300 and 500% more energy to do anything than an able-bodied person. So when I first put them on, and you've got to bear in mind, you know, at 24, 25 years old, I still had that, you know, that young man's ego, especially being a Royal Marine. And I thought I could just put these limbs on and walk. And I did like one length of these parallel bars the first time I did it, and I was done for the day.
Yeah.
I just wanted to rip them off.
I
I had to nap like every day for weeks. I had to go and have a nap kind of halfway through the day.
I can't imagine the core strength it would take to getting used to that balance. And I'd imagine that was so physically and more so mentally draining, just doing that process and fighting those demons in your head, like carry on, keep going.
Yeah. And because of the ego, you know, you would finish at the end of the day and you would get pissed off. You're like, how have I gone from running 30 miles across Dartmoor with this big pack on my back and doing all these crazy physically demanding things to not being able to walk 5 meters?
Yeah.
And so you just have this argument with yourself about how shit you've become.
Yeah.
Not really understanding the path that you're just about to walk on.
I mean, you use the word ego. I don't think that's the right word to you. I mean, it's like you've been obviously like a Royal Marine Commando is like the top 0.1% of humans on the planet in terms of fitness, physical strength, mental strength, and then you've just had all that snatched away, and you're limited to these apparatus, and I don't know what the right word is. It's your confidence. I don't know. It's not ego though. It's
yeah. I don't know what it was. I just know it was rough, and because I was the first triple amputee, it was also very lonely.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like who do I talk to about this? There were guys that had lost a leg, maybe two.
Yeah.
Maybe someone lost an arm. Someone had been shot, and they'd gone through trauma.
Yeah.
But I used to sit in, when I left hospital, went to rehab, we were in like 6-man rooms.
Yeah.
I'd see that the guy across from me who maybe lost a foot get up in the...
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Big love the beast. Take care.